Hi, everyone. Megan and I here, Zach, are in the middle of our Adepticon. Not Adepticon.
We keep doing
Kublacon.
that.
We keep doing that.
It's Kublacon.
It's Kublacon. It's significantly smaller than Adepticon.
Keeping on your toes.
Adepticon is not what we're going to.
No.
I almost did it again. Kublacon.
Again.
Kublacon is, so you know, if you're not local to the Bay Area, California, it is our local con. Now, it runs parallel.
GameCon.
GameCon.
Specifically gaming, more focused on board gaming.
And all the painting classes are over here as well.
Yeah.
There's a table and chair company out of Las Vegas that is running a parallel event for tabletop wargaming. But over the years, they have pulled away from everything else. They've pulled away from painting classes, everything else. So they're just over there, Age of Sigmar even. So they're just over there running a sweaty 40K event. And meanwhile, about a block away, these two events used to be together, but now they are no longer. And we're at the one being run by the gaming convention.
Yeah, why don't we share some pictures from yesterday?
Yeah, we will.
We will. Oops.
Yeah, let's show for... should we show what we're actually going to paint today?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should. It's
Yeah.
on the.
I'm going to go to Lumex here and show
Yeah,
yours.
yeah. It's on our thumbnail for today.
Yeah.
The model that we're working on, but we each got to work on these.
Yeah, Megan and I took a class together yesterday, a bust painting class, which is the first time I've done this.
Mm-hmm.
It was really exciting. Friday night before we went to class, we had dinner with our dear friends and fellow co-host for the Hobby Club, Brett, and his partner Leah, big supporter of the channel. And Brett and I were talking about classes, and Brett was saying, "Oh, you're going to learn one thing." And immediately he was right. And I was like, oh, I knew he was right. That's every time I go to a class, I come away with one amazing thing. For me, this time, it was, well, I'll show you when we get to mine. Let's take a look at yours. And maybe you can say if you've learned anything, Meg.
I've learned anything.
Here's Meg's. Now, maybe we should show where this thing comes from first.
Yeah, why don't we go to our slide deck? Because it covers all of this
stuff,
and more.
So
we can start from the start.
Okay,
of Kublacon.
We'll talk about Kublacon before we show.
We'll get to our models. They're there. I promise.
This is a great picture.
But so we had to run like after the stream. We had a couple of things to deal with at home, and then we just like took off. So we did miss the first half of the event. We didn't get to check out the vendor hall yesterday.
Well, sorry, we're
going to do that today.
Yeah, we didn't miss the first half of any event. We just weren't there for the morning part of the con.
I just mean we don't have photos from it. Like, so you'll see those on our Instagram later after today.
Right.
So anyway, we'll start with dinner. This is me eating a burger. I just thought I would share that in case these bozos are into stuff like that. Yeah, they had a special like menu with all this like Star Wars inspired.
The hotel.
Yeah, for the Kublacon thing. And so I got the Sith burger. You guys can see what is included there, but it's on a black bun.
Yeah.
And has a pepperoni garnish. And
Which
Zach
is weird.
has a video of me eating it on Instagram.
I haven't posted it yet.
No, it's there.
Oh, you did? Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I did it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's their special menu.
Yeah, I'll say...
Not pricey at all.
Yeah, you can see the prices are a little bonkers. Actually, the prices aren't that bad. I actually had the Death Star Negroni. They put a giant round ice ball in it. Not a particularly special concept. And $15 in the Bay Area for Negroni is pretty good. To be honest with you, $15 for a Negroni in any metropolitan area in the world is pretty good.
It's fine. It's acceptable.
It's acceptable.
I think good
it's
is
fine.
a strong word.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like it should cost no more than
But
10.
this was the smallest amount of liquid I've ever been served in a glass. I was like, this is a shot, dude. It was kind of a joke.
I almost ate my whole burger. It was 12 ounces.
You did. Also, to be fair, none of this food was very good.
No, it's okay.
It's all okay.
It was fine.
Yeah. Their fries are okay.
But that's all right. Anyway, we had a good time.
Yeah.
There's Devin. We know Devin. So we got there just with enough time for me to submit Amalthea, because I'm trying again. I finished it. I finished the bag.
Yeah.
And that got submitted. We saw Devin. He was hanging out with the speed painting event that was happening.
Yep.
Yeah. So there he is. In the back is Nate.
In the back is Nate.
Yeah, we like Nate.
Yeah, he's cool. He helps run Adepticon, the painting part of Adepticon.
Yeah, he's great. Okay, so I did get to, we got to snag some pictures of some of the submissions to the painting competition. So this is...
Yandrasta.
Yes.
Currently hot shit.
The way that they do the painting judging over there is merit-based. So there's kids, which are adorable. Journeyman, which is what I submitted into. I don't think I'm quite at Masters yet. And then there's Masters, and this is obviously a Masters piece. And so they'll give out awards today at about 6 our time for whatever level that the submissions are in. If you made it to gold, like if you do the things to hit the requirements to get gold, then you get gold.
Masters, Masters is tough in an event like Kublacon because if your area has a few really intense good painters, like our area does, including Devin, right? I think it's very possible that somebody like you and Saray could submit to Masters and win.
I'll try.
But I think
yet.
it's not been that you're up against somebody like Devin and like it's like a handful of people in the Bay Area that they're always there.
At Kubla, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's just kind of constant.
All right, let's go through the rest of these. I love this.
This is
so
good.
Cute.
Yeah.
I don't remember if this was Journeyman or Masters, but I did love it. Okay, this thing is so cool. What are these sharks from? Do you know? Like, where did they get these models?
Are they? I'm
like, they look like street sharks.
I think they
right?
are street sharks.
Like adult street sharks.
Yeah.
But we did a water class with Devin the other day. The mandrills got to do that. And I saw this and I was like, oh my God. Like, this is where it all leads to, you know?
Yeah, this is...
Like the water resin base is just so involved. This picture leaves out a lot, but this is a really badass submission to the dioramas.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Amazing. Yeah. We'll get some good, there will be good pictures of this stuff, I think on their social media.
Yeah.
You guys should definitely check them out because they have actually like a photography set up there, not these potato photos under the horrible lights. This is from that game that you love. I can never remember, not a game, but it's a series of
So this is a local
miniatures.
Yeah, this is a local sculptor. I know his last name is Foss, Foss. I always forget his first name. I think it's Jack, honestly. And this is Skull and Crowns. I would really encourage you guys to look it up. Skull and Crowns. Or it might be Crown and Skull. Let me see. I actually have it pulled up right on my phone here.
They base all of their minis off of these old-timey, like, medieval tapestry, like, weird drawings.
Not 100% fair to say that he bases all of his minis off of that, but
it's a big theme.
Yeah. It's a theme. Skull and Crown is the website you want to look up.
And a couple years ago, Zach and I had signed up for the speed painting event, and it was like a bunny riding a greyhound. It was so cool.
Yeah,
we have them in the next room.
Meg is correct in saying that a ton of what he has this line of like rabbits versus dogs that comes from like medieval manuscript drawings, but he does a lot of really interesting stuff. It's all metal, and he seems to. I feel like he sculpts for metal pretty well. Like, he doesn't try to make it do things that it can't really do very well, right? Which we saw in late GW metal, right? When they wanted to do more with the material. And then that's when you get things like, oh my gosh, this cape kind of just turns into these pants. He doesn't do that kind of stuff. Everything's very set up differently, they're really cool. If you want just like a bizarre little summer paint project, or like a little palette cleanser, definitely look up. And we have some people that like that kind of stuff. Cody's in chat. I feel like Cody
I feel like Cody would be all over
like
this.
grabbing a couple of these. They're not a affiliate or anything of ours.
No,
like Squad
we just
Marks.
think they're cool.
Like Squad Marks.
Get your Squad Marks.
Get your Squad Marks at squadmarks.com.
We're good affiliates.
Squad Marks
partners.
help
you should
tell your
us.
squads apart. They also have other
It's
products. Yeah. Anyway, back to this.
What we were doing.
Thanks, Squad Marks.
Thanks,
Get your
Squad
Squad
Marks,
Marks.
yep.
Squadmarks.com. Click the link below.
Is it squadmarks.com?
I think so.
Okay, just checking. I didn't know if we were just saying that. All right. Okay, I like this one. It's Belle. I keep forgetting to text my sister. Emily, look, Belle. Because she loves this character. But I don't know. I wanted to look up where this came from, because I bet there's a bunch of other cool Disney princess, like, slash, I don't know, Buccaneers. What is she? Like, what's going on here?
Is it Belle?
Yeah, it's definitely Belle from Beauty and the Beast, but like with to me, she looks like a pirate, right? Like some kind of pirate.
To me, it looks like maybe like a Carmen Sandiego.
That's
thing
not
going
Carmen
on.
Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego's has a hat, and that would be the wrong colors, right?
All right.
Well, anyway.
Hot take. Belle, definitely one of the most boring and lame Disney princesses.
Well, she's not a princess.
Well,
But yes,
Disney
I know what
princess.
you're talking about.
Disney princess. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She's not
Here we go.
a princess. She's in love with her captor. It's very different.
Yeah, she's the
It's very kinky.
There's a lot of Belle's pretty problematic, I'll be honest.
She just likes animals.
Yeah, a little too much.
Okay.
All right.
Who's this? Oh, I was like toying with the idea of taking my snake lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't. This is so cool. The way they did the scales is beautiful.
It's a great paint job. It's an ugly model, huh?
Yeah, the face is like not that great.
It's old
but
school.
It's not, but the paint job on it is like phenomenal.
The paint
I
job's
think.
great.
It's great, yeah. So, we'll see how it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I love this piece. Like, this is a journeyman, and I don't think it's as like. Thanks for the party lights.
No, it's fun. It's a fun piece.
Yeah, I think it's super fun. I love this piece. I don't think it's like the technically best piece, but I don't care. Like, it's my favorite one to look at. Orc Rock Band.
Yeah, you like that?
I do. It's so cute. I don't know. I saw.
I was struggling to wrap my head around your like for this.
I know. I don't know. Orc stuff is always fun to me. Like, I like the amount of fun people can have with orc models, and I was like, oh, this is great. Like, this is like a perfect alternate universe where orcs are hanging out, playing rock music instead of fighting people. I don't know. I know. Well, there's a picture of me voting, but this definitely was my vote for People's Choice.
You know people out there who play a war game competitively, which I know several of you, at least in the chat now, and you're talking. You've got that friend who's trying to convince you that some unit is good, but really it's not that good. It's just fun. That's what I feel about heavy orc conversion submissions.
Oh,
I'm often like,
no.
this person had a really good time coming up with the idea, telling all their friends about the idea, assembling the idea, kit bashing the idea, and then they painted it in about an hour and a half.
I don't care.
That's how I often feel about orc conversion pieces.
I know. Like I said, it's not the most technically sound. Like, the shark one is definitely more impressive.
Yeah.
But this is the one that made me like smile the most. Like,
I see.
I was like, this is so fun. So it got my vote.
I see.
Like, whatever. I don't care.
Here's you voting.
There's me voting for the orc rock band.
Oh, I
yeah.
can't believe you voted.
I know, I did. Listen,
if the person watching,
the Sharks are probably gonna win.
if the person watching,
Maybe.
or person who did the orc thing is watching, I'm sorry. I am glad you had fun, and it is fun.
Oh my gosh.
It is fun.
They're
However,
gonna hate us.
that's fine. However, I'm just kind of like, these types of things are cool, but man, every now and then, there's enough people that just like, it's that scary thing of like, should I vote for Ross Perot? And it's like, what if enough people just did? And then, like, back in 1992.
I don't care. It can win.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have hated Ross Perot either, I think. 92? What did I know?
It feels crappy for the people who put a lot of work into their stuff to get beat by.
Choice. It's a people's choice. Like, we're a bunch of bozos.
This is why
right?
we have judged events.
Yes, you get both. Like, I was like, I'm voting for the one that makes me happiest.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
and a
that's
people's
what I did.
choice. And a
It's
people's choice. You're right.
Choice, Zach. Power to the people, Zach. Okay, there's Devin. This is our view from our. So the classes were in like, I know it's a very boring picture. You're like, why is this in here? We had our class on one half of the room, and then the other class was towards the front. And so Devin's class was taught in the same room. So we got to listen to him. We got to overhear his class. And there were a lot of like snickers because Devin kept pulling out his knife. I can't remember why he kept like switching out his knife. And,
well, he was teaching.
He's doing stuff with it.
Well, he was teaching non-metallic metals on a sword.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to show
right.
a blade for a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this class sounds familiar. This is a class that our mandrels got for, it was included a couple months back. So it was nice getting to revisit that.
Definitely consider mandrel membership.
That's right.
Yeah, and while you're at it, don't forget to visit squadmarks.com to get all your squad marks. Yeah.
Okay, but I legitimately do like the squad marks.
No, they're good.
I know we're like laughing and stuff.
I'm not laughing at squad marks. I'm laughing with them.
We're laughing with them, I guess. Yeah. You guys think it's funny, right?
I actually,
time we pull up your
I hate the concept.
Banner
I hate the
we
concept.
do a terrible job at it.
I hate the concept of squad marks, but when I saw them on your zombies, I was like, it's not actually as bad as I thought.
It's not invasive.
It's not that invasive.
It's no more invasive than like, I don't know. Well, no, I don't. Never mind. I was going to say names on the rims or slightly different color rims, but you find that invasive. So.
Well, I just don't like it.
You don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that was Devin's class next to our class, which I think we're going to talk about next. Now we can get into what we did.
Yeah.
See?
So
I had a wind up, Zach.
Great. So
here you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, here is this model. Our teacher's name was David. What's his last name?
David Powell. And he's
Powell.
Mini Painter Dave.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
And he had...
Which we do have noted in the description.
He worked with this artist, and we'll show off some of their stuff as well, right? We have their website.
We do have their website. We didn't prep that... what's it called? We didn't prep that overlay, but that's fine. We can do it on the fly. But it is there, and you can see more of his work.
Sorry, one sec. What I'll do real quick is...
go to studio mode while you're doing that. So we can keep an eye on it.
Okay, well, we'll do this. It's real quick and easy. There it is. This is the person who... and his name's not on here.
It's not. It's... and I don't know how to pronounce this. It's... is it Jayor? Hayward?
Yeah, something.
I don't know how to pronounce the name, but last name is Ferreria.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is his studio on my mini factory, and he actually sculpted this specifically for David. So David wanted something specific for his class, and got it. So you can't buy this model, which is cool. I think that's always so cool about these types of events, when artists and teachers get their own like mini that they get to show off.
Yeah. So do check it out. He has a number of super cool busts on here. Mm-hmm. As you can see, it's great. It's great work.
Yeah, really beautiful stuff. And this was a really nice bust to paint. There's a lot of mini projects on it, and Dave did a really nice job of walking us through it piece by piece.
Yeah.
So I want to say the first half of the class was spent focusing on skin, which makes sense because it's pretty tricky, right? Like, skin is not easy for everybody, and so we talked about how to shade skin. Like there's the base color of it all, right? Like blue on my girl, you can see. Zach's was like peach, right? And you're shading from like dark to light. But then on top of that, like the skin has like blue and yellow and red sort of mixed in to make it more lifelike. And so you're also playing with those colors at the same time, which really it was tripping me up. And it was really nice because he would go around and like, check on your work and tell you like, oh, here's exactly what you need to correct, right?
My favorite thing about Dave compared to a lot of Devin is similar in this exact same way. compared to a lot of competition painters and who I've seen run classes or kind of know how they are or seen them interact with people, is that you don't get ego at all from Dave, just like Devin. They're funny, they're quirky, but a lot I've found a lot of competition painters. I can't be around too long. The ego is kind of intense. And so I super liked that about him. I thought he was really a fun teacher, and like just helpful, like
super helpful,
very positive, right? I've never really witnessed a negative teacher, but a lot of them aren't positive. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
They're not like affirming. They're kind of like, well, no, see how I did this here. Like, they don't acknowledge what you did and be like, this is what's going well. This is where I'd up it. And Dave was very good at that. So if you do get, I'd highly recommend him for a class.
Oh yeah. I would definitely take another class with Dave.
Same.
You're right. I mean, it's that's what's important, I think, about taking a hobby class. Like, people can be good at painting, but not everyone's going to be good at teaching. Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah, he keeps a good atmosphere, and he keeps it very clean and direct. He's not like kind of, he shows his work and shows how he did things, but he's not making a big deal about it, if that makes sense. He's not wrapped up in it, which is very cool.
Yeah. I also really appreciated, because this can happen a lot. I have this experience a lot with, I'm trying to remember, I don't want to call anybody out, but I have had this experience where the teacher will try to front load you with all kinds of like color theory and information and highlights and all, like, here's how to think about all these concepts. And then, an hour goes by and you're like, okay, now we're going to paint. And it's like, oh, what how does that what was that concept again?
Right.
Where Dave would like go through a concept, you'd work on that part of the bust, and then, after however long it took, like, then we'd move on to the next concept. So I think after that was the chest area. Oh man, I got paint where I didn't want to get paint. The bodice, which is like cylindrical, and he talked about like bounce light and all that stuff. And then you went and did it.
Boob light, it's called.
It's bounce light.
Oh.
Because like light reflects off.
Bounces,
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she does have boob light on her.
Boob light.
So then we did work through that, and then we worked on hair.
Yeah.
Or did we work on hair? We did the eyes.
We did.
At some point, we did
the clothing.
The eyes, and then we did the hair, and then the rest is up to us. Yeah.
Yeah, we really didn't, in a 4-hour class, we literally...
We had a lot done.
And we got a lot done, but hair was like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, like it was quick.
I actually kept going back and working on my hair. So I got kind of far in my hair, but there's still a lot more I want to do. Mm-hmm. That mine is, the top right one there. Mm-hmm. And the skin is actually, I actually really want a very white, like pallor skin, like very, very light. And her hair, I'm trying to kind of get like a creamsicle vibe. I still have a lot more to do on that. Today, what I'm working on, Meg, I can pass mine to you.
Oh, there's also one more slide.
Oh, that's right.
Of like what everybody's doing. This is like the class results.
Yeah.
At the end, yeah. It's fun to see like everybody's color choices. I love the red skin. I could hear him talking about the red skin that he was working on the whole class, and I was like, I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah.
It came out nice.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's show where we're at.
Sure.
Meg, can I show mine? I'll pass it to you here. This is where I'm at, and what I'm working on for mine today. Meg, just careful because I just base coated her cloak. I'm gonna just work on her cloak today, and I'm gonna do her cloak pink. So I have a lot of work left to do on the hair. You can see the face is coming along pretty good. I'm really excited. I was mentioning the one thing I learned was just an insanely interesting way of like a dry glazing. I've never really done dry glazing before. And wow, for somebody who paints a lot of light and white colors like myself, it's insanely helpful. Oh, you got a little purple, a little pink on there.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Let me see.
There's
No,
just
I
a little
know.
pink on the butt.
Okay, let me see if I can get that off real quick.
No worries. Yeah. See, today I like got some right on. It looks like a nipple, but it's not. That wasn't supposed to be there. I'll cover it up. This is mine. I think today I'm going to focus on the hair, and then if I finish that, which I might, I'll start working on the pants. And I'm just going to go with like neutral, like grayish pants. Yeah, because I don't feel like introducing yet another color into this model.
She does have arms.
Oh, right.
He kept the arms
He did
off
keep the
for
arm
us.
off because it was easier to paint that way.
Um,
But I'm kind of like, well, maybe this will just be like one of those like Roman statues where there's no arms.
she's casting a spell.
Because I don't feel like starting over with the skin color. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. But these would, if we don't use them, like, I'm like, oh, this would be kind of cool for a kit bash. I don't know, like a ghostly arm with a book or something. Anyway.
Yeah, she's casting a spell. And what I also like about it, I'm trying to see here. It's kind of interesting, Meg. I don't know if you realize this, but her right arm, you can actually put on a few different ways.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Here, I'll show in the front. So, her right arm, I think is supposed to, maybe this is the default.
Yeah.
But you could also do this.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually think I might do this.
Behind her back?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I kind of like that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I don't know if you did that on purpose or not. Maybe I would do that with the book, too, having her read the book upside down.
Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty funny, actually.
No, it doesn't quite work the same.
I kind of love that.
You could have the...
Trolling our own models.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this idiot. Can't read a book. I think I'm going to do her horns non-metal.
The tips?
No, the whole thing's like
the whole
non-metal
horn.
metallic.
Oh, okay.
What is the... I always say non-metallic metal.
Non-metallic
There
metal.
we go. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I'll do.
I'm
like
gonna do like a black and build up, but I think
with
that
black tips. I think
I was thinking I was actually do the other way around. Do the tips metallic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Australian dictionary.
Wait, why? Oh, because it's upside down. Very funny.
Thank you for the super chat, Molecule.
Yes,
He says
Molecule,
Carmen
thank you.
scam Diego.
That's right. Bringing it back.
Yeah.
It is. It is a scam out there.
It's a scam.
Although they have great beaches.
They do have good beaches. It is good weather.
I know. We should take a trip down there, honestly. Guys, we do have a poll up like we do every stream. And like all of our polls, it's very important.
We do. Please answer. And it's probably too late for this. I waited too long. Mm-hmm. But especially if you don't already, please do consider... Well, give the video a like if you're here as a sub. And if you're not as a subscriber...
If you're here as a Dom...
If you're here as a Dom or a sub...
watch it.
Please do consider, if you're not subbed to the channel, please do consider subbing. Because we want you to. It's not a lot. There's not a lot of tact there. But
no, like just do it because we said so. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of content, and worth pointing out. Just a reminder to everybody. You guys know the things on the left and on the right, but in the middle, Saray and myself, along with some Steven, when he can jump in, and some Brad. And honestly, whoever we might rope John into a couple of these, are going to be doing a show for the next few weeks here as 4th edition Age of Sigmar approaches. And we're going to be just kind of basically doing that thing. Apparently people like this. Saray told us that this is very popular.
What?
To go on the internet.
People like going on the internet?
You go on the internet and you watch somebody explain an article to you yourself could have read in like a few minutes.
That's crazy.
It's super interesting.
Whatever these people want, I guess we'll give them.
Yeah, give the people what they want.
Give the people what they need?
Yeah. So catch us 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's lunch for you on the East Coast. That's like right after work for you on the island of the United Kingdom. And it's like while you're making dinner if you're in the EU. We thought about all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time,
the perfect
probably, for
time.
somebody.
On the Pacific Coast, so many of us are work from
Yeah,
home
not great.
anyway. So it's just a fine time to just like start your morning by not doing much work.
Right.
Yeah. We do have a super chat from Liberty Furs. Thank you, Liberty Fires. He says, "What makes a beach a good beach?"
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Because when I was a kid, I grew up going to the Long Beach down in LA, and I wouldn't. That was the only beach I went to, but I loved it. I liked it because we would boogie board.
Okay.
And I don't think that, I guess the water was cold, but it didn't feel cold to me. It's definitely not as cold as it is up here. I think the water needs to be warm enough for you to go in and enjoy it.
Yeah.
A little cold is fine.
Can we start there? Can we start by talking about the water?
The temperature, yeah.
Yeah. So in this regard, there's a strong case to be made that West Coast beaches are not as good as East Coast beaches. And this isn't just in the case of the country, it's globally, because that's how ocean currents work.
This guy.
Except for in Europe, where they get the Gulf of Mexico up into the Mediterranean, which is nice and warm. But for the most part, cold water is not super fun. It takes nearly forever and for it to get warm enough.
Fun isn't how I would describe cold water.
Yeah, it takes a really long time for it to get warm enough to really be able to make a day out of it, I feel like. And yeah, it's then the more north you go, the kind of worse it gets. We theoretically have decent beaches by other metrics up here in the Bay Area, Santa Cruz and stuff, but you go into that water, it's
we have great beaches for surfing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And those guys are crazy. I mean, they go in there.
They have suits for it, but
and they're like, it's warmer. You're in a suit, and I'm like, that's not warm enough. I don't care.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I did get to wear a wetsuit once or a couple times when I was a kid. We went to Catalina Island, and it was like a science camp weekend that we would go to, and yeah, you would put on the wetsuit. It was supposed to get warm, didn't. It's I guess it's slightly warmer than the water, but anyway, I don't know. Those people are maniacs.
Yeah,
It's so cold up here.
Yeah, it's a little too cold. It's like July, it's like August, and you're just it's hot out, and you go to Santa Cruz. The temperature drops because it's Santa Cruz. That's nice, but then you go in the water, and you're like, oh, can't really.
Oh right.
Can't really
it's
do
Santa
this.
Cruz.
Yeah.
We have memes. We have some pretty decent memes.
We have some pretty decent memes.
The last time we talked about memes.
Let's wait a sec on the memes.
Oh.
I actually want to. We have some good mail that we've got.
Oh, we're gonna do mail first.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we did talk about that. So
I don't remember anything.
Let's do some mail time.
Okay, cool.
We got mail from
Rudy.
From Rudy. Rudy's been sending us a bunch of very helpful things. My current favorite one that he sent us is this thing.
Oh yeah.
The Badger paint stir and stir. And I have to admit that I prefer this over the shaker.
So you've been using both more often than I am. We're going to talk about this later. You usually have the paints mixed up for me, which is always very nice. What do you do each offer their own benefits?
I don't know. I don't know why you would specifically use one over the other.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody in chat probably knows. But what I will tell you about the stir is that you open the bottle of paint, you stick the stir in, you turn it on for a little bit. Doesn't take long. You pull it out so that's still in the bottle. Then you hit it again so it shoots all the paint off of it. And then you put it in your water. And then that's that.
Yeah.
And with the shaker, you're like, well, this is 4 or 5 steps. Why would I want this over the shaker? The shaker, it's just I just feel like I'm doing this forever.
Oh.
And it's not.
You don't like those vibrations?
It's not. I mean, it's while you're sitting here waiting for it.
It's nice if you just relax and let it flow through your body.
I guess so. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the shaker. I'll be honest. I mean, actually, I like it and I use it, but I think I prefer this more. Now, there are a couple problems with this, though, which is one, it can't fit into the AK bottles.
Jeez, Cass is being pretty critical of you.
Oh, yeah?
I love the gray in your beard. Yeah, I can't wait for your whole beard to go gray.
Oh, no, my hair is not going anywhere.
No, his hair is luscious.
It doesn't, yeah.
Maybe there's like I get that too, right? Like just the way it's parted, there's like a spot.
Yeah,
I'm more likely to lose my hair before Zach.
There's very few bald people in my family.
I'm going to be bald.
And
I want the friar tuck.
The gene you get it from is not where it is in my
Yeah, so
family.
nice try, Cass.
Yeah. Is Cass
there was
bald?
something...
Bald dudes always want to like tell other dudes they're gonna go bald.
But also like bald dudes don't look bad. I
know,
think.
but
like,
they're like,
bald
oh, you're
the
gonna
worst.
go bald, man.
Like,
you're gonna go bald.
Okay,
like
that's another look for a dude. That's totally
just
legit.
So you know, enjoy it while it lasts.
Sexy.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
No, what I was laughing at something else that somebody. Oh, Saul, hearing you guys talk about what's cold as someone in Canada is funny. Like, yeah, no shit, Canada's colder. That doesn't mean it doesn't get cold here, guys. And I'm not talking about the 65-degree weather that makes me cold. I'm talking about actual cold water. Like after a certain point, it doesn't matter. It's just cold.
No, and actually he's sort of not correct because
but still, yes, it's true. I do complain about the cold.
What the cold water does is it like moderates the temperature up and down the west coast of the entire continent. So like Juneau is like disproportionately warm for where it is on latitude because of the cold water. Which is like when you're in the cold water in Juneau, it's not that much colder than it is like in the Bay Area, or like it just kind of I've noticed between the outdoor ambient temperature and the water temperature, San Diego is like where it like hits perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we were gonna do mail.
Let's do some mail.
And then we like stopped doing mail. We got a letter from Rudy. Do you want to read it?
Oh sure, yeah. Let me pull that
while
up.
I open stuff. Okay. Zach helped out by pre-opening everything. But first I need to do something.
Okay. So Rudy sent a message.
Okay. Oh! Yes.
Now, do we want to read his message or pull things out first?
Let's do both at the same time. It's a long message.
Okay.
It's fine.
Hey, Hobby Club team. I'm sure the
party
team
light.
was exhausted from all the work from the Maelstrom Mixer, new collaboration streams, and other events. So half of these gifts are geared towards the idea of spring cleaning. The first gift is... here, now I will do the thing where I jump around and try to find the one he's talking about. Okay, so this one is from HugeMinis.com.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually mentions specifically anything about this one,
No,
but these are...
It looked like it was probably fulfilled by Amazon, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. But we got some weathering powder.
Yes, yeah.
And some tufts. Some mossy tufts. Which we use a lot of.
This is interesting that they make this. This used to be made by this company called Secret Weapon Miniatures here in like Sacramento, nearby in the Bay Area. And they went under. And they made this in all kinds of colors, including this color. Okay. And it does look like... so it doesn't look like lichen when you use it, to me. But it looks... I guess it could. What it looks like is like... anyone who's like... This happens in the U.S. South and East Coast, where there's so much pollen in the spring. And it like floats in the water in the ponds and stuff. And it's like all over the place. That's what this green powder does.
Okay.
Okay. So small portable makeup brush cleaning pad that I figured, so we'll get to these, would be useful, use in a sink to wash all your brushes at the end of a hobby stream or a collab with friends. Perfect. Next is an Iwata airbrush cleaning mat and maintenance kit. I know that Zach wants us to be mindful of hobbying your hobby to ensure it doesn't hinder the creative process nor take away resources for building painting. I also believe that it's a good idea to have the best kits available to maintain your equipment. Hopefully these tools and airbrush cleaner will be useful to them. I think that's it.
This is the brush cleaner.
I think that's the brush cleaner, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a suction cup thing.
Cleaning mat maintenance kit, yeah.
Oh my god. Do we get to like stick this to our shower wall and clean our brushes in the shower?
No,
with
it's for airbrushing.
That's kinky. Thanks, Rudy. No, yeah, take it in the shower with you. I want to use these suction cups.
Okay.
Thank you for the party light.
Yeah, he says, I also sent a small oil paint set from Windsor Nuding.
Yes.
And some white spirits. That's what we have here. Very handy. You kind of need that, which can be used to make oil washes. I remember Saray mentioning on stream that the team was running low, so I hope this helps. I've been told that it's best to place your oil paint on a piece of cardboard overnight to remove the oil from the paint, so it'll make your use of white spirits more effectively. Interesting.
Oh my gosh. Here's the airbrush cleaner.
Okay. Thank you, Rudy. And finally,
you,
his
Rudy.
last item is a splatter tool from AK Interactive.
I just pulled that out.
That's interesting. I want to see
Yeah.
what that is.
Interesting.
I find this useful as a dedicated tool to create very splatter effects.
Oh, okay. Rather than a toothbrush. It gives you like different sizes.
Right. It has 4 different brush types
Dang.
and can be used with both acrylics and enamels. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that when I do my, that's what I forgot
What's
to
that?
make a graphic for. On Tuesday, I'm going to be a guest on a Twitch channel and working on a horror chibi. It's called Hobby Vices. On Instagram, if you look up Hobby Vices, you'll find it.
This is super cool.
Yeah.
The
So
splatter tool.
when I do my horror chibis, I like to do like a plinth
Yeah.
and spatter like paint to look like blood. So I'll definitely use that. Oh my gosh, Rudy, this is amazing. Okay, so
Oh,
here's...
there's the mat and cleaning. What is this first mat?
I told you, this is... Look, this even says wash face, wash eyes. This is meant for the shower. You take your brushes in the shower with you
Okay.
while you wash your face.
Okay. We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to it. I love it though. Okay, cool. Wow, he got us... Wow, Rudy. He got us Windsor and Newton oils.
Oh, cool.
That's amazing.
That's great. Yeah, we don't have really.
We don't have
we have very
any,
little,
right?
a couple,
Yeah.
very few.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the splatter
Thank you.
is great.
That's cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. That is so sweet.
This is great.
And then here's your airbrush cleaning mat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your parts will never roll away again. I like
Never.
this mat.
Yeah.
Yes.
It protects you
Oh my gosh.
from yourself. This is great. Thank you so much, Rudy. This is awesome.
Yeah. Very handy.
We appreciate all the support you guys give. There's been some super chats. There's mail. There's the hearts.
We like all the support you guys give, but we like the support Rudy gives a little better.
Oh
no,
my
I'm just kidding. Of course.
We love you, Rudy.
That's what I thought you were going to
No,
I
was
knew
just-
you were
I'm
going
like,
to say that.
There's
but
lots of ways to do it. Rudy chooses the path of most resistance. It's not easy to like ship things to people, and
No.
you know he monitors that it comes and that we don't miss it. So thank you, Rudy.
And then here, last thing from him is the, make sure I'm not cutting the product, is the tools, the cleaning tools. And we have some, they give you, when you get an airbrush, a badger, they give you some, but not all of this stuff, which is really handy actually. And I will say about airbrush cleaning tools is that I kind of feel like you can never have enough. This on top of this is crazy.
Thank you, Soups, for your gifted membership.
Right, so this
Sean
is
Yeomans, welcome.
this is what they give you when you get a badger.
Yeah.
And that I mean, those alone are great, and like I kind of feel like you can't get enough.
Okay.
Okay, and then there's all these
Oh,
other
the stabber. Yeah.
yeah, then there's all these other tools. So let's have a look.
Oh my gosh.
This is actually really nice.
crazy.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Liberty Fires, thank you for the donation. So long hair on dudes looks good. No hair on dudes looks good. What doesn't look good? I'm going to say mullets. I don't like mullets.
Broccoli cut.
I've never understood mullets, and now they're back, and I'm like, why? We talked about this. Like, why are these a thing again? Yeah, I'm not into mullets. I'm not into broccoli cut. But that's like a young person. I guess they're both like young people thing, and I'm just like, ugh.
I'm gonna get some clippers.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Soups. I think they're fugly. I don't understand why men wear them. Probably the Friar tuck cut that I was referencing earlier is also not a good look. What do you think, Zach? Oh, rat tails. Yeah.
I mean, I think I would agree with all of those, honestly.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm sorry. There's you know, to each their own. Not my thing.
Okay, this is
But,
very nice.
Zach, do you have any opinions?
We were talking about this the other day. We were talking about how every generation's young middle school to high school boys goes through a bizarre haircut thing.
Oh, yeah, like frosted tips was ours. That's
Frosted
so
tips
dumb
was
looking.
ours.
Yeah, millennials aren't safe from this either.
Yeah, before that, there was, I mean, quite frankly, like, there was mullet and ragtail. There were ones in the 90s. After it, there's that Justin Bieber thing where your, like, hair is, like, it's like a mannequin on your head. It's like the Justin Bieber, like, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was that. And now the current one is the broccoli haircut.
The meet me at McDonald's.
Meet me at
is
McDonald's.
the better term for it.
Meet me at McDonald's, or and it is. Gosh, it is.
I don't like that at all.
Now, what was cool is Meg and I were driving. It's happened a couple times in the past week because we went out to Los Gatos. The past 2 times we've gone out to hike this trail that we like. We drive through a high school and we go through it.
We don't drive through a high school.
We don't drive through it, but we drive through it.
Kids are fine.
And while we're doing it, the kids are going to school.
And
the last time we went, we saw like no broccoli cuts, and there were a bunch of we were like, oh my god, is broccoli cut going away?
I don't agree with you. I think I did see broccoli cuts. Maybe they just weren't as broccoli. I don't know. The haircut that we did when we were kids was like split down the middle, like parted down the middle, and like it was cut to like about here. Not we, I mean guys. And I don't think I thought anything of it because I was a kid at the time, like little. But looking back, I'm just like, oh my god, what a bunch of freaking dorks we all look like.
All right, now these tools are very interesting.
We, meaning male millennial kids.
Let's see what we got here in the toolkit. So it comes with a case for needles. Hopefully, we don't have Saray. I think is maybe Brett or the Iowata owners. We don't actually own an Iowata here.
No, we don't.
No, we have Badgers and we
I
have.
thought Badgers were Iowata.
No.
I don't know anything.
So there are 3 basically brands, companies that make. It's the same 3 companies that make cars. The same 3 countries that make cars. There's Harder Steinbeck, which is German.
Countries? Oh, okay.
There's Badger, which is American, and there's Iowata, which is Japan.
I see.
This tool right here, very handy. This is a wrench that you can use to take things on and off your airbrush. And what's really nice about it is that it's metal, but the inside is softer. It's a plastic.
Oh, okay.
So you're not going to chip and scrape
I've
things.
definitely done that.
Yeah,
to my
this
infinity.
is a big tool. This is a very important tool.
Thank you, Rudy. That's very thoughtful.
This is super good. And then it comes with these things are for. They call them needle packing screwdrivers, and I don't know. Some of these tools, Rudy, I'm curious to see what they do on a Badger, so we'll find out.
Yeah.
But I think they will work. Well, certainly I know the pliers will work, and those are amazing. These are specialized tools, but I think that they're pretty much similar. They're for unscrewing parts in a. I mean, this looks like it would work in a Sotar.
Oh, okay.
See.
Meg?
They show you where it goes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, very, very handy stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rudy.
Yeah, we need to take a quick video of our studio. We meant to do this week and share with you guys just here's what our setup looks like. I think it'd be interesting for you guys to know. And we'll have to find a home for everything, which we will be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like looking around like, where is all this going to go? Okay, I've got it. I figured it out. Thank you, Rudy. We appreciate this kind of support. You always get stuff that we wouldn't think to get ourselves, and it's always useful. So appreciate it again.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, Rudy said that there's still like a few more packages
There's more coming.
in.
Yeah, so we'll do mail time again when that arrives.
Nice. Thank you. Okay.
I basically just rebase coated the hair. Yeah, because I don't think it was dark enough to start. Mia, I saw Jester Mini in the thumbnail. Where is that from? Glad you asked. We mentioned it at the start, but it's been a bit. Do you want to put on the Lumix?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right, this is a custom mini that was designed specifically for this class we took at Kublacon. I shouldn't say specifically for this class. He may be using it in other classes or not just at this event, but specifically made for the teacher. The teacher and the sculptor worked together on this one. And so you can't buy it anywhere. You'd have to sign up for this class at Kublacon or wherever else he's teaching this course. But we do have, I think there should be a link to the My Mini Factory studio that designed this, and you'll see a lot of their other work if you're interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool STLs. Just find your own local Brett to print one for you.
Yeah, we can check it again real quick.
Yeah.
Not a super ton of stuff it looks like right now on their site, on their My Mini Factory, but that's fairly normal. A lot of times people don't have huge amounts. And yeah, everything's 75 millimeters. What?
Nothing. Chat, they're being deviants. Liberty, here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, we wanna, well, mail!
What is that from?
How do you not know this? Oh, Blue's Clues, yeah.
Oh, I'm a little too old.
You didn't have a little, yeah, you were the baby.
This one's super cool.
I used to watch that with my kid sister. It was so cute. It was like the predecessor to Bluey.
Yeah, that I kind of get.
Just as good, I think.
I've seen enough Blue's Clues to kind of get what it's about. Let's check. This one's neat. Let's check this one out.
This is neat. Ooh.
She's like a banshee,
You gotta
like a
scoot
howling.
it over so fam can see it.
She's like a howling banshee. I can actually.
No, you just shorten the window. Here.
Yeah,
go
no,
on,
I
you
got
do
it. I got it.
Oh no, it's worse.
Yeah.
What a bummer, guys. So, there you go. You only get to see half of it.
That's it.
What if we do this? Let me try.
It's okay.
Let me try.
You want to crop it in here.
There we go.
There you go. That works.
There. See?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Look at those boobs. Those are great boobs. This is a great outfit.
Yeah, it's cool. She gives me like
cool.
howling banshee vibes, or maybe something from Infinity. And I liked this one a lot too. This tribal guy.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I like that mask.
That is a cool mask.
And there's our live streaming.
There's us.
That's you guys.
That's us. I know those guys.
Very nice.
Yeah. Goodness.
Soups, thanks for the gifted membership. If we missed it, I think we might have missed it.
We didn't miss it.
Oh, we got it? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I called it out before we did Liberty's question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am working on her cloak still more. What about you, Meg? What are you up to?
I'm restarting over her hair, and I'm kind of thinking like, oh, I might need to start this over because I don't like what I just did.
Started over for us.
Like started over again. Yeah, I went a little too heavy, I think, on the highlight. It's a little too bright, so I'm going to tone it down a little bit. Boy, we're already almost coming up to our next segment, which is to talk about, I don't know, things we like when other people do them.
Yeah, what prompted you to what prompted this idea for you?
Yeah, okay, let's start there. I like going to these hobby events. I think it's nice to have your hobby stuff set out for you, and like you get to try out new paint. And so it's like one of these things where I'm like, oh, it's just so much nicer. Like somebody else is doing all this for me. You usually don't have to like bring a whole bunch of stuff. Like we take our own brushes, but aside from that, I don't. Maybe the paint palette, but they even have that for you. Like they'll give you a paper plate and like some paper towels and what is it called? Like baking. I forget what it is,
parchment
paper to put on top, and you can do it yourself. So you don't even have to take your own stuff, other than brushes, really. But yeah, and I'm like, this is so enjoyable. Like I'm just here to chill out and learn something new. Somebody's gonna guide me through the process. I don't have to really think too hard. I'm just learning a new technique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I see people take like their whole setups, like their lights and all their paints and all their brushes and stuff. And I'm just kind of like, why not let them do it for you? Like, why worry so much about this? Like, when I go, I don't care about the lighting. Like, I don't care if I'm working with like paints I'm used to or comfortable with. I just like go and I'm like, this hobby class is gonna take care of me. And I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wanted to. I thought, there's like other things like that, right? Where we're like, oh, this thing is so much better since somebody else is doing it for me. I don't know if you agree with my statement or not. That's not always the point, right? But what do you think about that?
Yeah, it was. Well, I haven't really like I said, I haven't gone to a lot of these classes.
Sure.
And I do have to say that, yeah, we got there. Meg's like, no, you have to bring anything, and everybody else had things.
Yeah, I'm like,
and we were just sitting there,
they're
like,
a bunch of blueberry boys.
Okay.
It did take me a second to realize where the paint was. Is like they always like have it, and they'll be like, if you need to borrow paint, here's the paint, right? I shouldn't say always. My experience has been that there's always paint.
The thing also that
I'm like, I'm paying for this, so I want to use your stuff.
There's this other thing I've learned about people who are good at things where, Brett and I have talked about this before too. One thing you learn when you start seeing people get good at things, the people who are really, really actually good at things, care way less about their tools than the people who are like doing it as a hobby and are not as good. And I've noticed that's been the case in music and like every music thing I've done.
Interesting.
I watched Paul Hollywood. The way, have you ever seen Paul Hollywood separate eggs? And this is the way this like Italian American chef I follow on Instagram does it too.
No, I've never.
So you just take the egg, you just use your hand. But meanwhile, like someone will sell you a million things to separate the yolk from the white of an egg. There's like a million little pieces of things you can do, but you can also just take your fingers like this, crack it, and it'll run through the white.
I never think to like use my own hands to strain a cracked egg.
So
all the, one or two times I've done that.
Yeah, that's something I've really noticed.
Okay.
And so, I can't say, like people showing up with all their special, amazing, huge lights and stuff to these classes, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they, quite frankly, know what they're doing or that they're the best painters. I'm not saying about anybody. No,
to be fair, I shouldn't do that. Like, yes, there's that where I'm kind of, like, I'm not judging anybody. Like, I mean, if it makes it more enjoyable for you, do it. I enjoy not having to worry about it because I'm like, I wasn't gonna paint this piece anyway, so I'm not too worried about how it comes out. Like, I just want to try this class.
The tools are fun,
people might need the light to see, right? Like, you get people from all age groups, and so folks' eyesight may not be the best. So I that's fair. Like, I get that. Again, like, this isn't like a judgment thing. I'm just saying I personally enjoy being taken care of when I go sign up for a hobby class.
Mine's not a judgment thing either, but it's an observation over the years where I've noticed that, like, a big one that I really start to notice was 10 years or so ago, people who are writing a lot of, like, there's this guy you guys have all seen. His name is Kevin MacLeod, McCleod, MCLEOUD. And I forget the name of his isotech music, and you'll see it on all over YouTube. People have been using his music. He basically created his own music site, and one time I just called him up. He had like I sent him an email, and then he sent me an email back right away. He's like, hey, can you do a phone call? And the email's like, can you talk to me about like what you're doing, what's your process and stuff, right? And I just come out of school for music composition, and Kevin was having a successful career. And so he called me and I talked to him, and like we talked about the like equipment and stuff he used, and he said kind of the same thing. He was like, I mean, I have Logic on my computer. He's like, I buy one extra sound pack that I use, and I'm like, and he sent me a picture. It was like there's like a MIDI keyboard in his computer. That's it. He didn't have a mixer and stuff. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, like you'll see people on Instagram, they're like, oh, they've got this mixer and stuff, and it's like their music's not that great. They don't know anything about music theory. They don't know any of this stuff, but it's like, it's a hobby for them. It's exciting. It's fun for them to buy the products and stuff. So tech Viking. Is that a term, Cass? Because I do feel like that happens a lot in this hobby as well, where people get really excited about the you can just
Hobby in your
spend
hobby?
you can just spend money and get a new tool.
Yeah.
To actually learn how to do something better takes money and time.
Sure.
Right. So I feel like, I don't know, that was fine. I was like, wow, I don't have any of this stuff. And everybody else brought all their things. And then I was like, actually, I don't care. It didn't make me nervous. I do want to check. We're going to an airbrush class today.
Yeah.
I do want to check the paper to make sure. And we have to like run right after class, huh?
Yeah, we have to book it. It's like at 1:00 and we end our stream at 12 and it takes like 40 minutes to get there.
No, we haven't eaten anything.
So we need to run, yeah. But anyway, there's some other things out there that are just much nicer when somebody else does it and you don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, we might disagree on some of these. We'll see. We'll see what you guys think.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one was like hair stuff in general. This is
you picked this.
This
one
is the
out.
one I picked.
I actually hate going to the salon.
Yeah. Well, so what I realized as we were thinking about these is that this is not calling anybody out, like anybody I'm close to or live with, like Megan. But I don't. This doesn't usually happen for me. There's not a lot of situations where people do something for me, and I'm like, oh, that's nicer than me doing it myself.
Yeah. And yes, Cass, you can slap Zach next time you see him.
So I feel like this hair stuff is one of them. You detangled my hair the other week and it was like amazing. And now I don't want to do it on my own anymore. I want to ask you to do it. Because you just did a much better job at it than me. But getting your hair shampooed is kind of nice. I've had that happen like once or twice in my life. You don't think somebody else doing hair stuff for you is nice?
Oh, it's nice. I just don't like going to the salon.
I mean,
I don't find joy like most women do from going to the salon.
I'm with you on that when it comes to a barber shop or whatever.
No offense to my hairdresser. She's great. I really like talking to her. But I want it to be like 10 minutes. Like, I don't want to be there. I'm like, I can't do anything. It's like when you're at the dentist, right? And they try talking to you. It's like, I can't do anything with my hands. Like, I want to go paint some minis or something while this is happening. And you can't do any of that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I totally empathize with you on that part of it. But having people do hair stuff for you.
Yeah, totally.
By the way, chat, let us know what else is like.
Yeah, what else?
What are we missing? What are we missing here? Okay.
We got some gray names. That's fun. All right. I put having a Frappuccino. And this kind of requires you to have made yourself a Frappuccino, which you would if you ever worked at a place like Starbucks, which I did. And at Starbucks, you would get, like, if you were on the clock, they would, you could make a drink for yourself. I forget what the anybody out there ever worked for Starbucks? I forget what the cadence was, like if it was once every 4-hour shift or something, or if it was just once. I don't remember.
What? That's wild. Who gives a make as many as you want? Who cares?
Yeah,
the ingredients.
Maybe I might be thinking about it wrong.
The ingredients are like pennies.
Yeah. So I think it was okay as long as you cashed it out. Like, okay. As long as you like logged it and it was for an employee. I don't remember. But
I mean, if I was a manager and I saw somebody make themselves a drink and throw it away because they didn't like it and then make another, then I'd be like, all right, you're just being an a-hole. But like, otherwise, if someone goes through a Frappuccino and then they want to have a drip coffee and then later they want to have a latte, I mean, that's kind of insane during an 8-hour shift. But like, anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine. My coworkers and I would both do this. Like, we would be like, can you make it for me? Because it's just better when someone else makes it. Like, anytime you would make it for yourself, it's like, it just doesn't hit the same.
Really?
Yeah, it just doesn't. Which is funny because I constantly complain about them doing my Frappuccinos wrong.
You do?
I do.
I'll also say that I don't have this experience with hardly any food.
I know.
And this isn't a brag, but like,
no,
I typically don't like the way other people make food for me.
Yeah, go to the next slide.
No, I mean, hold on. That's not what I mean. That's not what I. Sorry, I like the way other people make food for me, but I don't like it necessarily more than when I do it.
Yeah. It doesn't bring you like extra joy to have someone else.
Even if I can tell it's better, like which of course it's going to be, especially like for East Asian food, which I like, but I don't cook.
Yeah, I do.
What food does
This
she
is-
have
I
in
don't
her?
know, man. This is just like a home cooked meal. I don't know what it is. But I
What?
was like, this is a great photo of like.
What
I
is
think it's
that?
supposed to be turkey legs.
What
Look at a
the
salad.
hell is it? What the hell is
This
this
is the best
food?
picture for this. You're,
Dude, Envato has the dumbest freaking
Zach.
photos. They are so. What is?
yeah, they're not an affiliate of ours, so we can talk shit about
All right,
them.
guys, for dinner today, we
I'm having
filled.
a plate of lettuce and some weird chicken turkey legs.
Oh, and if the lettuce isn't enough, there's also some whole tomatoes in the back. Anyone want a whole
Whole
freaking tomato?
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, what the?
Okay, well.
Wait, what's the bowl in between the lettuce?
It
and
looks like a bowl of maybe onions or something.
Guys,
like
can we talk about what is happening in this
Okay,
picture?
We're getting off topic here.
Okay, that
I
thing
have
in her
caused
hand,
chaos.
the thing in her hand looks like in a sci-fi movie when like they land on a planet and then like one of them shoots a dinosaur and then like it does a cut scene to like them serving the dinosaur over a fire.
Yeah.
Look at the weird little bump
for the party
silhouetted
lights.
against the white plate. And look at that texture, that ribbed texture. I cannot get over it. Whatever that is is absolutely
does
terrifying.
not
If someone
enjoy
served that to me,
ribbed.
I'd make, is this a dinosaur?
Thank you, Robert Dresser. I'm new here, but I've been loving your videos. Welcome. I'm so glad you're enjoying that. Enjoying our content. Yeah.
Thanks, Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it.
Yeah, here you go.
By the way, Robert, while you're here, if you have any thoughts on this
love to
dinner,
hear them.
like what the fuck is she serving?
Oh man, listen. Look, I just grabbed something. I didn't think much of it. My point is, it's so much nicer having somebody else make your food for you. And this is me, right? This is not a you thing because you make all the food and you know it's better. Like I said, I went to Austin a couple weeks back. I lost my appetite. And I think it's because there was no Zach cooking there, to be honest with you.
I mean, there are plenty of people and restaurants
You're
that cook
so
food
upset.
that cook food much better than me.
No. I mean, sure, but I don't know. I just didn't
not-
have an appetite. I don't know
Chris,
why.
Chris, that's not. I don't think it's fish.
I hate lettuce that isn't chopped up. I'm like, unless you're putting it in a sandwich, like, why don't you chop up your lettuce for a salad? Who wants to deal with that? Yeah, you're right, chef.
What it looks like is cranberry
It does
sauce
look
in a
like
can.
fish, like bodies of fish, but also it looks somehow like turkey. It looks like both, guys. I don't know. This is
That's
a
why I
horrible
think
dinner.
it's a dinosaur.
This is the dinner. I don't
Some
know.
people think it's
This
AI
is me trying to
generated.
make. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't care. I love it. It's wild. Maybe this is me trying to make dinner. This is what you would get, Zach. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm going with. I think it is nice when somebody else makes you your food.
God,
Speaking
not
from
this food.
Speaking from experience, yeah, definitely not this.
This
food.
looks like a freaking PR disaster. Okay, this is one you said. Monthly breast examination.
Yeah,
Better
I mean,
when someone else does
it's
it.
better. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. It's just not my thing. It just feels like it's more thorough when someone else does it, like your doctor.
I can't
which is
really do.
Usually, who
I'm
does
not.
it.
I'm not the biggest fan of examining my testicles. I'll be honest with you. It's very similar.
Everything
It's
is
not
fine.
super great. It's very weird.
Yeah, I guess those two. Yeah, this applies to that as well.
Yeah.
You prefer when somebody else gives you a testicle exam?
Yeah. We should. Yeah.
Do you? And I guess I prefer when somebody else gives a breast exam.
Yeah.
Real nice trade-off we've got here.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, moving on. Honestly,
Moving on.
the other thing I'll just say about the testicle exam is my primary care physician is a woman, and I really don't like her doing it either because I feel like I have to ask, and I don't want to have to ask
Can you
because
please-
then it's like, boy, this guy sure wants his testicles fondled.
Yes, you're at a doctor. Like, that's their job.
And I kind of want to be like, hey, listen, I shouldn't have to ask. But then that's like really intense. Hey, listen.
Look it. Just teach me how to
What's
do
our
it.
doctor's name?
Well, she's not your doctor anymore. You waited too
Sugimoto.
long.
Listen, Doctor
Sugimoto, yeah.
Sugimoto. I shouldn't have to
You
ask.
should be giving away all this personal
But can you feel my?
information
That's
to the
not personal
internet.
information.
It's
That's
super personal.
last name is not personal information.
So personal.
Listen, Dr. Sugimoto. I shouldn't have to ask, but can you feel my balls? It's just like not a thing.
Oh my God, she's a doctor. She's used to it.
Yeah.
I had a gynecological exam done by a man once, and I was like, oh God, never again. This is weird. I did go to when I was trying to find a new doctor. I had this experience where I went, and on day one, the doctor was like, it was a dude. He was a little older. He's like, okay, so would you like your gynecological exam? And I was like, what? Like, no. Like, I don't even know you. What are you talking about? This was like. There was a period where you really only got them from your gynecologist, and then all of a sudden doctors could do it. Like anybody could do it. And so
Not anybody.
No,
if
sorry,
your dentist
yes.
offered, you'd say no.
I'd say no. I mean, I said no to an actual doctor, but I don't mean anyone, but your doctor can apparently do this. Doesn't have to be a gynecologist. And that freaked me out. I was like, this is day one, dude. I'm not doing this. Like, yeah, that was a case where I wouldn't have done that myself anyway. Yeah, gynecological exams are never good. They're never enjoyable. They're always horrible.
I can only imagine.
But
honestly.
anyway, breast exam. Better when done by somebody else.
Okay, IT. It's better when somebody else fixes your computer by, I don't know how you feel, Meg, but your computer's not working and somebody else restarts it for you and then it works.
So nice.
So much better when somebody else does it.
Because it feels stupid, like when somebody says it to you and then you're like, oh, right. And then you do it yourself and then you feel like an idiot. Somebody else does it. It's like, oh, you're a genius.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking care of me. I don't know. How do you feel about this one? Do you actually think this is...
This is like a joke one I put in here because I was just digging in Votto
IT
photos.
makes it worse.
Yeah. One more time.
Neo Saray.
The hell?
Before his testicle exam. I can't concentrate anymore. You guys are
Rubs
making
his-
me laugh.
Let's get it. Look at
Oh
those.
boy. Oh boy.
Look at this.
Like,
Would you
rubs his
rather have
mustache.
your testicles examined or sit through this meal?
Depends on how hungry I am. Also, I don't have testicles, so I can't answer it. We'll say breast exam.
I've had smoked fish before, Chris. I've had gross smoked fish before too, like
smoked fish.
from like Eastern Europe and stuff, and even that didn't look like this. All right. Anyway, hey Rudy, thanks for dipping in, and thanks for the
Rudy.
stuff once
Yeah,
again.
We opened it earlier.
We did open it. If you weren't here, scrub back a bit. Currently on duty watch, but I saw the unboxing. Oh, answer that.
Great.
Liking powder is good as a texture for moss on trees with GW Croak Green shade. The wrench is why I sent the maintenance kit. The tweezers are incoming this week.
Oh,
yeah, the
thank
wrench
you.
is going to be great. And actually, like I said, this little tool right here, you kind of can't get enough of these. This little gold tool is like clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say you can't get enough of them, why do we need multiples of them?
Because the needle
Do they
can
go
bend.
bad?
They
Okay.
can go bad, yeah.
Got it.
And same with these bristle cleaners. The bristle cleaners like get gunk and stuff all on them after a while.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Rudy. Yeah, we appreciate the support, and we'll be headed to the post office again. I think there's some other stuff we have to pick up there anyway.
That's right. There was some stuff we weren't able to get
Yeah.
because the post office closes so early.
On Saturdays.
On Saturdays, yeah.
Hope your watch is going okay.
Yeah.
Rudy's in Bahrain.
Yeah.
On
Thank you for
deployment.
the support.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's worse, a testicle exam or a prostate check? Have you had a prostate check yet?
No, I probably should. I'm over 40.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So old. Wow. It is that time.
To close our bowl.
Well, no. I mean, sure, but it's meme time.
Oh, meme time. Okay, we'll close our poll after the meme. You have the rest of meme time to vote.
What are you
Memes
doing?
were a little intense this week, but let's
Dude,
see what we've got
I had
here.
a great time with memes.
So whose cat was this? Yusuf's?
Okay, this is Yusuf. Yusuf
Yeah.
gets credit for the meme on the right, but Yusuf's wife gets credit. We want to call her out for the meme on the left. Yusuf put a picture of his cat curled up in Pets, and then left to his own devices, made up a handful of memes using said cat, and I picked out my favorites.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's not on the memes channel. You got to go check the Pets channel.
It's like a perfect ball.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I thought it was super cute.
Very nice.
Oh boy. I thought Angela, at first I was like, oh, Angela and I are safe from the memes. We didn't have any. But we got this nice freeze frame from our stream talking about younglings. This isn't even like made up. This is just a literal screenshot from our.
It's not really a meme.
Yeah.
It's good though.
But no, I mean, look at what she's holding. It's Darth Vader's head. What does it look like? I remember the younglings getting it. It was just a great juxtaposition of things. It looks like a penis, right?
I guess.
Mildly phallic. Anyway.
I guess.
And then it became that meme, which I enjoyed, which is just a big old dick in Matt Rose's face.
Yeah.
And this is clever. I caught this today. Upcoming has been altered.
Oh, that's good.
It's so good.
That's good. That's
Sorry,
good.
Matt Rose.
Who made this?
I think it was Barry. I love that you're just seeing it now.
Yeah, that's
It's great.
that's the nice touch.
That makes me happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I know.
Sorry.
Look at his
Holy
sad
crap.
little face.
I just found out my socks are glow in the dark.
Oh,
my
that's
god.
cool.
Holly,
What are you, 5?
Holly must be proud. Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
So, right? These are disturbing.
this is what took over our meme channel earlier in the week. This came from like hobby chat. We were hanging out in hobby hang, and people wanted to see what Zach looked like without his beard. Thanks for the laughs. And so that's the first one. That was Soups. And then everyone was like, wait, we need a little bit of everyone from the hobby collab to make this a true meme kit bash. So it became the second one. That's Saray's mustache. Like, they literally just clipped out the mustache and so tightly cropped. And then those are Brett's crazy eyes and obviously my boobs. And then... And then it turned into a hobby collab troll where all the trim was removed.
Oh, okay. Saray made a video where
Yes.
why not just play a different army?
Yeah, why are you doing this at all? So this was like my favorite, and then there were some actual memes that came out of it. Like, click the button.
I mean, I'm painting.
Yeah,
also.
I know.
Oh my god.
Yes. And then for some reason, Matt Rose's face is on my body. I think that's also Barry. And then I think Soups made the Potato Man, which is great. And I forget who made the other one. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I like that I am Matt Rose and that I'm also sleeping with Matt Rose.
Yeah, definitely bizarre.
So if you guys missed these in our Discord, you should definitely join our Discord because it was pretty great when they were happening. All right, what's next? We have a couple more. Oh, look, nothing. This is the best
was
one.
a great one.
Yeah, okay,
This
let's
represents
skip it.
all of the people, all of you who've made no memes.
I probably just forgot to refresh
And we wanted to
this.
honor you.
Yes, thanks everyone.
Thanks everyone for this
Okay.
one.
There we go. This is Umi's. This is that weird finest hour rule that is written kind of, I don't know if it's written poorly. It's just like goofy to read. And he made a flow chart for it, which I thought was pretty clever.
It's weirdly, I'll be honest with you, I get that GW writes some goofy rules, but to be honest with you, it is sort of hard to explain a thing that every unit in your army can do and one of them can do it once per turn, but none of them can do it again after they've done it
After
once
they've tried it.
in the game. Well, not tried, it just happens, even still, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So you have to
not an
say
attempt.
you have to say something. You have to say that anyone can do it in your army as long as they haven't already done it previously in the game, and only one can do it in a turn. So anyone can do it, but only one, and they can't have done it previously. And so it is. You end up with like these seemingly a lot of conditions, but it's really not when you think about it, right? And so it has to be described as if it was a lot of conditions, but it's really just anyone, one person, any one unit, and they can't have already done it. That's like kind of all it is,
Yeah.
right?
And if that doesn't make sense, you have a handy dandy flow chart made by Umi in
Yeah.
our memes channel. So thanks everybody for the memes.
Thank you. Yeah, they're good.
It gave us a good laugh.
Some of those were very disturbing.
My favorite kinds. Yeah.
Matt Rose's head on your body was.
I hope he sees it one day. After he decides to put us on the short list for stuff. Because, of course, he will. Why wouldn't he?
Matt Rose is the only one over there that answers my emails, so
I
that's.
know.
We might have changed that. No, I'm just kidding. Hey Matt, if
Hey,
you
Matt.
made some, our community made some.
Horrifying memes of you. But it was done out of love, not malice. He'll be fine.
Just doing a little dry glazing here on her.
Join the Discord, see my socks. Okay, Saray.
Yeah, is there a picture, Saray, of the glow in the dark
Yeah.
socks? What are you, 5? That's a good response, Meg.
Where are we at? How's your girl going? What are you working on? right now?
Her cloak.
Okay. What part? I mean.
I'm doing like a dry glaze of this lightest pink. I've worked up my 2 kind of mid-tones, and now I'm just adding this very light pink. It is called Fulgrim Pink. And soon I'll start adding white to it and doing even more.
Yeah. Yeah, I am doing some highlights on the hair. I mean, they're kind of, I feel like I'm sketching a lot. Like, there's going to need to be some more cleanup. Do you want to show yours at all?
Sure.
Okay.
The front of her cloak is, you can see kind of wet.
All right, there's Zach's.
It's also
which is
very,
coming out.
it's also very sketchy. Meaning I'm sketching a lot, but yeah, I'm going through with the lightest pink. And that's kind of one thing I've learned when you're doing these busts is that a lot of stuff looks kind of like rough.
Yeah.
And
Until
then
you start.
the last couple
Glazing.
steps pull it together.
Yeah.
I'm so like just having a time right now, having a honeymoon with dry glazing. I'm really into it right now.
There we go. So I rebased her hair, base coated her hair, and just started adding in some highlights. The light is supposed to be like here. So hopefully I'm getting that right. I think I could probably add more highlights to her braid. Yeah.
We'll keep here for a bit and watch what you're up to.
Oh, great.
We'll end our poll.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Let's end our poll.
Oh, wow. Nobody is into busts.
Nobody is doing what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to do anything like that over the summer either. I see myself doing something like that after fall. Like something to kind of take me into the next year for LVO and
Oh, I see.
yeah. Because this summer we're going to be doing some Blood Bowl. I mean,
Painting some
that's
blood
fall, but Blood Bowl prep.
bowl prep.
Plus we have like 4th ed coming out that we want to be ready for. So
Yeah.
we're really focused on AOS right now and soon to be Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I know I will be for sure. I know I for sure will be working on a new army, but not too intensely, more so terrain. Saray and I have some terrain we're working on together. I have some other things I want to add to some existing terrain boards. So that'll probably be kind of a big thing for myself. I would like to get a bust project going though.
Yeah?
I've decided. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Even if it's something I only pull out every now and then. I should finish my KD Kingdom Death Girl.
Oh, yeah, you should. I
She's
forgot about that.
She's almost finished, but now I'm kind of wondering how much more I could do. Maybe I could spend a lot more time on her. And, so I might start with her and finish her up, and then move on to something else after that. Probably some kind of model of a girl with big boobs.
Yeah, that's like your MO.
Yeah. Dry glazing saws like you water down the paint, like in a normal acrylic paint. At least this is what I'm doing, and then make it pretty watered down, and then you take it and just put your brush on a paper towel. So it's sort of like dry brushing in this way that you're removing a bunch of the paint from the brush, but you're left with a very kind of like dry, controllable. That's the important part. If you don't take that water off it, it's pretty much like a shade or like an ink, right? In that regard, ink might be the wrong word. It's like a wash, we'll say. But so instead, you're kind of turning your brush into this thing that can apply it's like going into Photoshop and
Caldor.
it's like going into Photoshop and adding, like taking a spray paint style tool down to like a really low number. So it gives you this ability to kind of build up real slowly and carefully. And it's really great for face stuff. It's really great. What I used it on for her, here, can I pass her over? So what I used it in 3 places on her face I can show you. First, you can kind of see that below her cheeks is ever so slightly blue. So that kind of gives it like a natural vibe. Her lips, I did a bunch of dry glazes of a very dark blue mixed with black to kind of build up like a lipstick. And then her cheeks have a pink, like actually red. I literally used red.
It's a little hard to tell on camera, but yeah, there's like pink going on here. It's very subtle.
Yeah,
on
and
her
that's the
cheeks.
goal. And her nose too has the.
What are the
pink.
rules? It's like
red?
yellow across the top, red across the middle, and blue
yeah.
towards the bottom, right?
That's kind of what I did. I didn't do a yellow.
Or is it
because
green? It's a yellow across
she's
the
got
bottom.
these
I'm trying to
bangs,
remember.
but I think there's a few different ways it can go. And then I gave her eyeshadow. I did it with eyeshadow too, with like a purple paint. So yeah, it's really nice over top of white and light colors.
Yeah. I'm gonna mostly leave the back of her head alone because that's not where the light is.
Feels weird to do it, but same.
I mean, I might add some stuff, but not yet. Maybe towards the end.
And taking a light kind of glaze color, like right now I'm doing like light pink, and sometimes I'm keeping it dry, and sometimes I'm not. But kind of it's because that's the other thing about busts is it's like kind of a big area.
Yeah, it's nice.
and
oh my
I-
god, painting the eyes, Zach. Wasn't that great?
It was. I do have to say, for everything that you look and you see an amazing bust that somebody has painted, it is sort of like it does. I'm not going to say make it less impressive, but seeing how actually working with one and feeling the difference between this and like a witch elf, you're like, oh, I get it. I get why.
It's just so
I get why
much-
people do
it's
things.
so pleasant to work on a bust, like for that reason, right? Like you aren't constrained by these tiny, tiny little details. Everything is so much bigger to work with. Where the details become enjoyable, I think, and not a big struggle bust. Like I thought her eyes were so much easier to do, even with the horrible lighting at the convention. I could put it together pretty quick, easily.
Absolutely, yeah, totally. I will say I've enjoyed that part about.
Yeah. I recommend people do a bust every once in a while. Like, it's just a good way to practice techniques. There's always like tons of projects, right? We've got the hair, we've got skin. I'm going to do non-metal metallic. There's a cloak, like fabric, and then there's buckles. I mean, there's just so many things to like practice with. And if you just are like, oh, I want to just practice buckles today, like, then just paint the buckles, you know? Like, take it slow. There's no rush for this ever, unless you're submitting to a competition. But it's not like you're gonna need it to play with, unless you want to play dolls with it. That's different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's also could be a really cool way to kick off a paint scheme for an army.
Yeah, good way to practice one. That's fair.
There's like a really cool. If you're doing 3D printing as well, you know, you can take something that's like a third-party version of like a Tau crisis suit or something like that, and literally chop it up if you had that skill set and turn it into a bust, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I also like busts because, I mean, it can be anything. Like, we're not just trapped in Warhammer land anymore.
Right. In a little bit here, we're going to do some fan stuff.
We do have fan stuff soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the last week for our monthly challenge. We could jump the gun and show that off now. Remind everybody what the rules are.
Yeah, we did just actually have a... sorry, I'm just looking for it real quick. There it is. Mm-hmm. We did just have an entry from... Oh, man, I can't remember who.
Oh, did we? Nice.
There's a few, yeah.
I missed it. Okay.
So we're up to a few here.
Great.
And basically what you're doing is painting something with a theme. We'll get to the theme in a second. Posting it in the relevant channel in our Discord. Usually that's going to be hobby finished, but it might be somewhere else. Whichever channel makes sense. The channel's not what's important. What's important is that you provide the hashtag crowing for it, which goes there, crowing for it. And this month's theme is power. Trying to make it somewhat theme related, although we'll be honest with you, this has been...
Well, no, I mean, people have done a pretty good job, I think.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, it's open to your interpretation.
That's the point.
We're not strict.
We're not strict.
But I do like knowing what the thought process is before people submit.
Definitely.
If you want to include that, that'll only help your case.
Yes.
And what are the prizes people get, Zach? We have some gray names in chat who don't know.
There's 3 prizes, basically. Prize number 1 is that you get a little tag in the Discord, right? You get a little thing that says, I did this, right? Discord title. And then you get complete creative control over a section of a castle mini crow that our mod Soups, or Super Reedy here, you see him hanging out, super awesome member of the community, vital member of our community, to be honest with you, is working on. And we've seen sneak peeks of this thing, and it actually looks cool.
It's very cool.
And I bring this up because you kind of get to go in and give him some how you'd like, maybe like the shoulder pad or the knee, or he's kind of breaking it up in segments like that. And it actually looks very interesting. He's a very good, this is a good project for him because he's a very good brush painter. And he's painted 1 million Space Marines. So him painting more Castle and Crow totally makes sense.
He's excellent
at the end of the year, someone's going to win this model. And I think that's going to be kind of cool because
oh my God. I would always include it in my army no matter. If I was playing Soul Blade, I'm like, nope, this guy's part of it. This is a wizard now.
It's pretty cool, yeah. So that, and then I typically send a physical prize out. And I believe some people should have just gotten their physical prizes. It was out of stock for a little while, but because it's so awesome. But it's back in stock, and hopefully Timbit got his from March.
Was it March?
And then April was Mad Dog.
Mm-hmm. Mad Man. AKA
Mad
Mad
Man.
Dog, yeah.
Mad Man, yeah.
I love how Zach never gets it. His name is now Mad Dog, just like Liberty Fires is now Liberty Fries.
Liberty Fries.
That's just the way it is. He's fine with it, remember?
So yeah, it's fun, and you know, at the end of the day, this is a hobby channel, and you're supposed to be doing that anyway.
Yeah,
So
get to work.
quit screwing around.
Yeah, which they have been getting to work, which we're going to see when we do our fan stuff. There's lots of good stuff from you guys. We're also, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or had thought about it, but we're coming up on a year. Our channel's coming up on a year. It's very soon. Memberships, you guys, with your free membership chats, like it'll say 9 months. That's how long we've had memberships.
Yeah.
But we started at the very, very, very end of June. And so we have some fun stuff coming up for our birthday month.
Yes.
Yeah, that you guys will get to enjoy. I'm excited to do some look backs onto how much you guys have grown. Some of you guys that have been with us the whole year, like we've definitely seen growth. I've seen growth in myself. So I'm going to have a lot of fun talking about that next month.
Here, Megan, of course, means as a hobbyist.
Yes, not just like you're taller.
Yeah, not that you got taller. Did any of you get taller?
Or whatever growth you guys are talking
You guys
about.
measure it on your
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, should we get to fan stuff?
we should, yeah. How is yours coming though, Meg? Before we do.
Yeah, I'm picking away at the hair. I guess I could move on at some point, but I'm not ready to yet.
Okay.
I need to do some ear cleanup at some point too, but I'm happy with how the hair's looking so far. Obviously this part's more in shadow, so I'll probably add some more. I might go up another level on all of it, and the darkest areas will just stay there, but like bring this up a couple more levels here to kind of match the top of her head.
Mm-hmm. The hair's looking great, yeah.
Oh, great. Thanks. Yeah, and then like what's left to do on this thing? I mean, I need to clean up the bodice. It's sloppy, right? It's very sketchy still. But the concept is there. I probably need some under shading, bounce light up through here also.
Okay.
Up
through where? Sorry.
Up through her, like the bottom of her bodice.
Okay.
I think there would be some bounce light reflected off whatever ground surface there is. And then I want to do her pants just like honestly gray. Keep it gray, but like maybe a bit of a warm gray, or like this is green, so that kind of leans warm. I might go that direction. We also have this like green black that I'll probably add, but for the most part, yeah, like a warm gray. Yeah. Anyway, and then her cloak. What do you guys think? I was thinking red, but I'm not totally sold. Like, what color would you guys? I don't know. I have to think about it some more. If Chad has any ideas, I'll probably listen.
On her cloak color?
Yeah. I don't feel strongly.
The cloak is, as I've painted her pink,
Mm-hmm.
as I've painted this cloak on her pink, I'm realizing, I'm happy with my choice, but I'm realizing that the cloak is intense. And because we talked so little about it yesterday.
Yeah, it just didn't come up.
There's not enough time. But now that I've done it, I'm like, whatever color I painted her cloak was really going to, it's impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Should we do some fan stuff, Meg?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
fan stuff. You guys entertain us.
Yeah. This was, I think. Oh, this is Mini Mahler.
Yeah.
Um,
mini mare.
Mini Mare,
Yeah.
and he's trying to do
That cartoony pop.
cell shading
Yeah,
look,
it's
and it looks
so
pretty good.
cool.
Yeah.
It came out really nice.
Yeah, he has a number of pictures of all kinds of different
Mm-hmm.
angles here of this character.
And he said it was easier than expected. This is something I'd like to try on a stream once.
What Saray has said about this is that it takes a long time,
Sure. That's okay.
and I'm kind of curious what.
I wouldn't do an army with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious
But-
specifically what it is that takes so long.
Yeah.
I believe him. I'm just wondering.
I just don't believe him.
No, I'm just kind of curious about it. But Mini Mare did a great job. It looks awesome.
It does, yeah. I was very
Here, this is not a model. I want to show this. Umi, another one of our mods,
Oh, yeah.
took an old
Tell me
pencil
about
box and turned this into a case for some of his torture tools.
I love that.
So these are tools Umi uses to torture people.
Yeah, if you guys are into BDSM, please reach out to Umi to find out more about this torture box.
This torture box.
You can make for yourself.
In the big one that's empty, that's where a human hand will go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the nice green here is going to be totally like a rich brown covered in blood soon. But it is cool that
It
he
is
made
very
this custom
cool.
box.
You don't have to use it for those purposes.
You can use it for
but
other purposes, but
He'll help you make your own torture box.
make your own torture box.
Yeah.
Soups. Soups painted.
Okay,
these are
so cute.
they're little homing beacons.
Okay.
And he painted 4. I kind of cropped the picture to just show these 2. But he Soups cranks out so much stuff, and typically it's blood angels. So
These are red.
Yeah, these are. I wanted to show. I mean, they're for his
I
army
assume
still,
they're
right?
for blood angels, yeah.
Right. So I wanted to show something different that he's done, and
Yeah.
these are really nice. Yeah.
They, from far away, they look like little dudes.
Like raising like little Iron Mans.
Yes, like coming out
They
of the
do
ground
look
at an
like-
angle. I
they
was like,
do-
what are these cute little models?
do-
Oh, they're just like
They do
robot
kind of look like an
humans.
iron,
Yeah.
like a weird Iron Man launching out of the ground.
I want to give them like googly eyes. I'm surprised these haven't been memed into something like that yet, to be honest. Like, these belong on memes with googly eyes. They're very cute. Nice reflection, too, and all that London rainwater. I mean,
Yeah.
not London, the UK, whatever. It's all the same thing. All right. Is this
Molecule
Molecule's
Yeah.
head?
working further on his Cow
Oh my
Mountain.
God, I love watching
great
this
work,
thing
yeah.
come to life.
Yeah, just a work in progress, not finished.
Yeah, it's so nice. Love those gems. Are
Yeah.
they gems? The
Yes.
jewels?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What do we call them? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be referencing those when I have some of those to paint.
Do I remember who this is?
Yeah, more.
Oh,
more
this
cow
is
stuff. I love it.
this is
How cute it is.
Ariel and Dandelion. I think is
Yes.
the
Oh,
name.
great.
Yeah. Also more of the Cow Mountain. Cow. This is not the cow himself, but the stone temple from Lumineth in Age of Sigmar. Also nice
Very
color
cool.
scheme, blue and white, really good. Nice kind of traditional high elf vibes.
I like that there's like multiple people doing Lumineth in Discord right now. It's fun
Yeah.
to watch. It'll hopefully inspire me to do my own
Yes.
eventually this year.
You
Later
start
this
to
year.
acquire some models. Hey, we know this guy.
Oh man, Bryce, this is
Bryce,
gorgeous.
yeah.
I love watching the process on this.
This is his first test model for some Stormcast. Bryce is getting excited about the 4th ed Stormcast coming out in the box. Bryce does play Skaven. I think he's more excited about the Stormcast right now, though.
Yeah.
But I guess
Now who are we gonna give our Skaven to?
this will be Brad. We're giving
Brad.
him
We'll give them to Brad. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody wants them. That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
It's so
It's great,
pretty. I
yeah.
love these colors. That blue, he was saying how blue is tricky, and you couldn't tell. Like, it's gorgeous. They're so rich.
yeah.
And this also has like some nice. I mean, the comets they almost look like jewels too.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Thank
it's
you
a
so
cool
much,
banner.
Bryce.
Cool
And
banner.
then there's also he was very proud of his water effects.
Oh right.
Make sure you
In the
guys
base.
check
He
out
wants
the
to do
water
water
effects
on his bases.
On the base, yeah.
This is Jared. We know Jared. We've met him.
Jared, yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
We
And
do
look, you
know.
can see from the background of this picture that I'll dox his region of the country, which is very northeast, almost
Yes.
Canada. It's spring there, which is nice. You can see
Ooh.
plant life. But I liked his avatar. This is my
Yeah.
favorite avatar head, and I like the white hair, and I like the green kind of naturey, like flamey fire stuff he's got going on. Very cool. I like the little pink tufts. Nice work. Yeah, Jared
Very
is
pretty.
becoming speaking
What?
of watching people grow. I'm really enjoying his growth on his Suryani.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very pretty.
Thanks everyone.
Yeah, we made it.
Yeah.
There's only a few more minutes left in the stream.
Yeah.
And this is one of those projects that I don't think we're not going to finish it. You know, like this is not a thing
No,
to be finished
I
on
mean,
stream.
I wanted to work on her cloak, and I'm not even finished with her cloak.
Nah.
I mean, I guess realistically, this is gonna be I should do a bust project.
Yeah,
It's
might
probably
as well
gonna
just finish
It's just gonna
this.
be her and the Kingdom Death Girl.
Yeah,
Because it would be
because
nice.
you'll be busy. doing
I'll
other
be
stuff.
busy. Yeah. And there's so much on her I haven't even started on yet.
Right.
And I don't think. I mean, her face is kind of close to being finished. Maybe her face is finished.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about the face on this one, on mine. Like, there's very little left to do for me,
Yeah.
which helps.
But I mean, her cloak has just gotten started. I think her outfit underneath the cloak is mostly finished. So I guess that. But her hair needs a lot of work. This cloak is going to need a lot of work.
Ugh.
And I haven't done her horns. I haven't done
Oh
any
my
of her
gosh.
straps and her bag she's got here. And not to mention, her two arms are...
Again, I think I'm going to just skip the arms.
I'm definitely
I don't
putting the
know.
arms on.
All right, we'll see.
I think you've got to. And
All right. I do like that book. Yeah.
yeah, I think I might do the arm. Let me see how stupid the arm looks if it's backwards.
How stupid it, oh, like if she's hiding it behind her back. It'd be cool if you could like have something in her hand that she's hiding.
Well, she's casting a spell, so I can do like some OSL. Like she's then getting ready to be, haha.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I also do like the arm like this, outstretched.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder which way it was intended to go on. I guess we could ask David if we see him today.
Yeah. He'll tell us. All right, I'm going to do a little tiny bit of ear cleanup. This is bugging me. The hair. I could still definitely push the hair quite a bit, but I kind of want to move on to something else first and then come back to like clean up for all of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like I kind of like bringing everything up to the same level and then doing another round like okay, now we're going to bring this up to this level.
Same.
And
and
it helps you not like get too focused on like little minutia that you're trying to fix. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
I think I feel the same way. I'm trying to...
Her horns. I'm actually really looking forward to doing her horns. They're going to be
Doing the horns.
difficult because I really do want to make them non-metallic metal. I think that would look cool. Probably gold.
Yeah, I'm going to do like the tip of her horn like that.
Yeah, that'll look cool. I like these projects too. Like when you go to a convention, take a hobby class, like I go in with no plan. I just sort of figure it out as I go. And I kind of like that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's
What
that.
about you?
Yeah.
Did you-
I mean,
When you looked at it though, were you like, oh, here's my plan, I've got it? Or did you sort of figure it out as you went?
no. I didn't know what color I was going to do the cloak until this morning. But I knew that I wanted her skin to be like unnaturally white. I wanted her hair to look like a creamsicle, and I wanted her clothing to be like dark blue. Yeah.
And you gave her a jumpsuit, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to stop there for the hair for now. And then while we finish up, I don't know, we got a couple more minutes, I guess.
No, we should wrap up. This is a great time. This is a great stream to stop a few minutes early because
That's
we
true.
have
We have
got
to
a
book
haul,
it.
but we haven't eaten yet today,
All
so
right.
we got to
What are we
accomplish.
going to do? We're a mess. We're going to die. We're going to die.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can show where I left off.
let's do that.
Let's show where we both left off
Okay.
here, Meg, and then we will.
We'll take off.
Yeah. So there's Meg's looking good.
She reminds me of the girl in Beetlejuice at the
Oh yeah.
the reception desk when they go to the, netherworld or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So her
Just set her there.
her little buckles, I'm going to base coat again black, rebase them in black. Yeah. And we'll see when we pull this thing out again. I'm pretty excited to do the non-metallic metal horns.
I was thinking I'm gonna do my like buckle and strap parts. Actually, I think
There we
brown.
go. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll look good.
Inject a little
Nice.
bit of brown in there. There's her.
Yeah,
There's her.
I like that arm.
Yeah, there's the cape coming along there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I'm excited to work
Yeah.
on this for the rest of the summer, probably.
Yeah. Really quickly before we take off, we do want to talk what we have coming up. Timbit
Yes.
is now an award-winning painter.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? And he's going to be teaching a mandrel workshop on wet blending. So if you're a mandrel, you have that to look forward to this month,
Yeah.
next month, June. And if you're not a mandrel and you'd like to become a mandrel, now's a good time to do it. Then you get access to this workshop with Timbit.
Yes.
We are also working on, we have some videos to be put up of our past workshops. Ted is working on that.
Those are accessible by Mandrels,
Yeah,
so
Mandrels can
if
check
you,
it out.
if you do miss it, or honestly, they're nice because you could just like go slow. You know what I mean? You can just watch the video, just kind of go slow.
Yeah. If you're able to attend, you should, because you get to ask like all kinds of questions in person.
Yep.
And that's always super helpful. But it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're also, I don't know if you caught this, but like the timing on it is very different from all of the workshops we've done before. It actually starts at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So it's good for you West Coast early birds, and it's pretty good for everybody else around the globe.
Yeah.
It's not as,
Maybe not Australia.
maybe not Australia.
I think that's 3 a.m.
Yeah, sorry guys. Well, we do want we're trying to bounce the times
It's
around to
impossible.
catch more.
It's
of
impossible.
A net. We'll see what the next one is, but this is a very different time. It'll be right before this stream
Yeah.
on that Sunday.
Yeah, I think also like a lot of, even if you don't get to see it live, my guess is you'll find value in it.
Oh, yeah.
And these people, Devin, Timbit, are in our community, so it's super possible to send them a message, watch it. Oh, I missed it because I live in Australia. That's 3 a.m. I'm gonna watch it, and then hey Tim, I saw 45 minutes in you did this. Can you explain that? He's gonna answer that question. So
Yeah.
you can still kind of do it.
We have a great community. We're very fortunate to have these folks in our community who want to give back a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mandrels. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
Yep.
It's always a joy to chat with you guys.
We will see you. Serena and I will be here tomorrow at 9 in the morning. Speaking of early, if
right.
you want to gab with us about the latest in Age of Sigmar, Cities of Sigmar coming out tomorrow. They're going to preview that army, which is exciting. We have that army. I actually literally just finished 5 Free Guild Cavaliers for that army, and we'll be working on the Free Guild Cavalier Marshal. So we have him. And we just picked up an Ironweld cannon, so we'll have the spearhead and everything. So we're very excited about that army, which we will be showcasing plenty when 4th Ed hits. That's it, Meg. Should we
it.
say bye?
We should say bye.
Okay, everybody. As we like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating. Bye, everybody.
Bye.